Hey everyone, how are you? This is Mr. Argueta. I am your instructor for your class this semester. I wanted to give you guys my introduction video since I, of course, require you to kind of, do the same and participate in our discussion. I feel that it's only right for me to also be a part of the conversation. So, wanted to introduce myself, let you know who I am. For some of you who have taken a class with me before, you're familiar with who I am and how I operate and most likely are familiar with my weekly update videos. So you'll be used to seeing this, not this particular video, but videos every week in your discussion that you're required to reply to as well as part of your discussion grade. But that said, I don't want to talk about the class more than just introduce myself, let you know who I am, give you a little update about my life. I like to stay connected with you in regards to our class. I get a lot of feedback, positive feedback from people, also negative feedback, but positive feedback saying that they enjoy the videos, that it feels like they're connecting with me and they put a name to the face and they understand, we're not inside of a classroom, but this gives them the feeling of like still being a part of a class. So, as I mentioned, my name is Mr. Argueta. Originally, I was born and raised in Chicago, Illinois, and came here about 15 years ago, I guess now. My wife and I decided to relocate to Northwest Georgia. We live in the Calhoun area. We came here when our kids were a little younger. As you can imagine, 15 years later, my daughter has now graduated from UGA and she's a teacher. It's interesting because I upload these to YouTube and I can go back, and I've been doing this for quite some time now, these videos, so I can go back and see when my daughter was in high school and I talked about that, and when my son was in middle school and I talked about that, and now they're at the age of graduating college. My daughter graduated a few years ago and is now a kindergarten teacher in Athens, Georgia. She loves it. She's great at it. I'm very proud of her. My wife is also a teacher. She's in fourth grade and she teaches fourth grade here in Dalton. And my office in the GNTC campus is in Dalton. And of course, you guys know I am as well an educator. So we have three teachers in the family, if you may, three educators in the family. And then my son, who is one semester away from graduating from Barry, he will be moving on to his PA school, which is the Physician's Assistance Program, which is a medical pathway. So he's going to continue a little outside of the family sort of norm. Although I didn't go to school to be a teacher, my wife and my daughter did. I went to school to work in business, and I've been an entrepreneur most of my career, and in sales and in business of some form, in management. So I've done everything in my career has been involved in business, with the exception of coming to work at GNTC, which is now, of course, I'm the program director for business management, which really just means that I help design the program and what we teach and how we teach it, as well as teach courses, as you know. So that said, my son is, one semester away from his PA program, so extremely proud of him and what he's been able to accomplish. He's been at Barry for now 3.5 years, and has done very well for him. So he is the financial director for the Student Government Association there, and it seems like he's enjoyed the process. So happy for both of them realizing their own goals and potential, and super happy for them to get to that finish line. That said, so what else about us? We enjoy food, as you can probably, if you've seen my videos, know. We love exploring different foods and cultures. We love to try new things. Last year, my wife and my daughter and I, we went to Greece and spent a week there. And then my son and I went to travel through Europe. We spent 16 days traveling through Europe, different countries and different cities. My wife and daughter went to Honduras and visited an island there, a resort island there. I can't remember the name of it now, but essentially we enjoy to travel. We go up to Chicago a couple times a year. This past weekend we were in Tampa visiting her family. Her family's from Tampa or live in Tampa. So we love to move around a lot. We love to travel a lot. And then I guess this spring break, my wife and I will be in Italy and Switzerland, vacationing there. So we just enjoy, getting to know culture and food and people from different backgrounds, and just enjoy the process of enjoying culture through their cuisines. What else can I tell you? I love coffee. I'm in the middle of finishing off my espresso here. I usually have a double shot around midday. Today is Monday, so it's early, and I wanted to get that coffee in before I finish the video, but I figure I'd get started right away. We love to walk and hike and explore things. What can I tell you? My parents were originally from a country called Guatemala. I was the firstborn American in our family. I was born and raised, as I mentioned, in Chicago. I have two siblings. I have two sisters. One of my sisters started her career as a nurse. She went to school for nursing, and then halfway through her career decided to change shifts and go to law enforcement. And she is a sergeant for the Chicago Police Department. So extremely proud of her and her accomplishments. I have a few nephews. I have three nephews. Two of them have, within the last year and a half, had children. So excited to see new people coming into the family. Two a beautiful girl and a wonderful, handsome boy. I don't know what else to share with you guys other than the fact that one of my biggest complaints about Northwest Georgia is you guys make something called what you call pizza, but that's not pizza. I hate to inform you, that is not what pizza should be. And I'm not talking about the Chicago deep dish, guys. That's for tourists. We do not eat, not every Chicagoan eats deep dish pizza. I don't really care for the deep dish pizza. I just like the everyday thin crust, good pizza, and Chicago knows how to do it well. I know what you're going to say, and obviously you're required to answer to these videos, but don't tell me New York pizza is good. I spent 6 months in New York a couple years ago, and I went through so many pizza places, and I could not find a good pizza place. Our Chicago pizza, by the way, they cut them in squares, not those weird, whatever, triangles or whatever you guys do here. We cut them in squares. It's thin crust. The cheeses are great. They use a fennel sausage. You just got to go. You got to go. So I'm a big fan of food, as I mentioned. And what else can I tell you about us? As I mentioned, I live in the Calhoun area. We've been there since we moved here. I don't know. We spend most of our time in Dalton, ironically, because we both work here. Then afterwards, we'll grab a cup of coffee, as you would imagine, or something to snack on. And then my wife goes works out, and I go work out. I usually go to Bradley's, and then we get back together after our workouts, and then we'll probably get dinner or decide what we're going to eat for dinner. And we end up getting home pretty late, so that we do the whole routine over and over again. So I always encourage my students and people who have gone through my class that if you see me out and about, don't be afraid to say hi and introduce yourself. I'd love to meet you guys out in the field, and I've ran into a lot of students, and ironically, it's been at coffee shops or grocery stores or one of the different places, and I always welcome a student talking to me, and love to meet you guys. So. I think that's about it. The class, as you'll know, is pretty straightforward. You guys, I don't try to complicate it. I try to be as fair as possible. I try to give you guys challenging but yet attainable, realistic goals and expectations. I'm very clear in my expectations, so I know there's different things that come up, and you'll see through the semester that I try to be fair with everyone. But that said, I hope you enjoy the class. I hope you enjoy the videos. I try to get them out on Monday every week, but don't hold me to that because I get busy sometimes and I'm not always able to record them. So, but as soon as I record them, I post them. I'll try to send you a notification saying they're up. So enjoy. I hope you enjoy the class, and I welcome you aboard, and have a great semester, guys. Take care.